highest good, aka the highest good, may only clear, concise, uninterrupted, untampered with, untoiled with, unpoisoned, therefore, messages come through for the highest good. Okay, so this is Gifts Unlocked by the Empress herself. To the Inner Wild. All right, this is season 2, episode 3. As you wish, Empress. Okay, I need to put on some earrings, so I'm gonna put them right now. No chats for today, again, to keep uber focused. And because I need to balance things out. Ensure I am receiving the proper return, even if it's limiting my exposure. That's how I do it. All right, so. All right. It is done. All right, so should I use the put it away the rest or leave it? Put it away? Yeah, put it away. Okay. I have to put away my spell casting cards from yesterday, the last reading. So this is strange. I mean, these are two prominent cards. Like, it's crazy to get these two. I mean, you see how I pull out cards, and I use the same methods constantly. So it's just strange to see as you wish, Empress. And on the left side, freaking, like, not only did I get two prominent major arcanas, but the left side receptivity side is the judgment card, is the it's karma, but it's actually called initiation. So as you wish, like as you wish to start up or whatever, or continue or finish things, you know. Yeah, so it's like some people might want to start shiz, but I shall end it. And how do you wish to end it, Tina? And this is this is crazy on the recipient side. And then on my doing side, holy smokes, the goddess card, that is the Empress card. And these are this is kind of like on standby. And then this one is, objectively speaking, very detached. Yeah, that's me right there. And I have my support crew, you know, the ones that are just trying to tolerate me, the ones that are just not treating support as if it were a bandwagon to hop on. This is expressing a lot of reflection, you see. In fact, it looks like she's on a chair that's designed in a way that's like it's made out of wood, but then the nodule right there at the center is like burl, like a burl knot of a wood. So, we've talked about that before on its magical properties, what they represent, even spiritually speaking. And that's at the center right here. That's high visibility, high transparency as well. So this is very interesting to see it like that. That's the throne. It's very interesting though. Yeah, that's weird. I've never seen a throne like that. But this is kind of like Hecata's imagery, but like a timelessness of youth captured here. So it's not just maiden, mother, crone. Actually it is, but everybody looks quite young here. You see, there's a maiden, there's a mother, and there's a crone, but they all look quite young. Interesting. So Hecata is present here. All right, so this is in reversal. All right, so let's see what else here. So those are the energy cards for me here. One thing though, in this series, in this particular season, gifts unlocked by To the Inner Wilds. I had the original assumption that this was just because they're unlocked by me, it doesn't automatically assume they're for everyone. Some are made for closed practices and for very, very select practitioners. I do understand that I have various collectives, and I have to be more cognizant of that, because people will take from, you know, other collectives that doesn't belong to them, and I need to stipulate that, make that evident. So retroactive to my reference to my divine collective, it is very specific. You can't just take from other crowds. I will not allow for it, and karma will show you accordingly. I don't need to babysit you. I don't need to micromanage you. I'm just making it known, because I understand that we're all on certain growth paths here, but just certain shit is not allowed. Okay, so okay, so here for the headers, no, these, yes, we'll do headers on this one. All right, this one, yeah, or this one? This one was the right one. Okay. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay. Look, it popped out. What is this? It's a magician in reverse. Whoop! Close it. Close it! Don't let them in! Just kidding. You don't know if it's just a practitioner that's being silent. Upright but silent. Discreet. Okay. Anyway, 8 of Pentacles in reversal on the receptive side. On the enactment side is the Ace of Pentacles in reversal. Again, these are very wonderful, abundant cards to receive. Whether because of the context, this is all beneficial, even though they are all in reversal. And let me tell you why. So, here, clarifying the Judgment card, karma, or even initiation here. We're starting with as above, so below here, okay? On the decks. So, karma is going to, has already been calculated, okay? It already has its ways, its methods to its madness and happiness. And they said joys. So here, it's almost effortless. Like, I don't really, it doesn't need much of my input other than like pre-formulated ballots, basically, and it just is asking for my yay or nay on it. There's open fields also for me to formulate my own inputs, but for the most part, this is almost like effortless. I don't need to put in much work to that. Yeah, this is not supposed to be like an extra form for me to fill out, extra homework, extra this or extra that. This is saying that a lot of energies have been extra, and so it's going to be very prominent, obvious, recognizable. So it's going to be like at a glance, much easier to finalize certain details. Okay, so gifts unlocked is knowing that the time has come, and so it feels like I can exhale and let in some other air, you know. It can refuel, basically. So it's starting to feel more like what is it? A slight hesitation rather than a groupthink exercise in the lobby, you know? A brainstorming session in purgatory, you know? So on the right side, the doing side, this is, this is funded by my inputs. This is a huge pentacle, like the golden ticket. So what do you say? What do you say, Tina, before you go? We've packed your bags. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah, so this is excellent. That's, gosh, I didn't know that's where the story was going, but it's going. Um, Interesting. So this is the part where departure is on the brink of fun times for me, like real fun times, new times, and not the part where like silver lining fun times. Um, so it's not going to feel so. Mm, okay, spirit. Let's do this again. All right, let's see what's going on. This was actually more exciting. That's interesting. So because of that, it's what do I want to say about this? When you're already amped up in a really good mood, because change is about to occur and it's in your favor, and it's not quite like it's within the frequency of um, excitement rather than in your face kind of movement. Um, it makes it so much easier to sign off on things, um, because you're looking really at the bottom line, um, with your intuition activated. So it's not the kind of like, okay, now's the time to ask for that favor because she's, mom and dad are feeling better, feeling good. It's not, or like, the boss just came back from vacation. You might want to like schmooze a little, and so now you can, um, kind of prep them, groom them for, that one-on-one talk for your promotion. You know, it's not like that, um, because there has been such a long hesitation and all of these incurred delays. One can tell the difference in working, like doing the work in divinity. What's the difference between a huge hesitation, uh, signifying doubt, um, um, and or a lack of support, a recognition of that, or whether it's in its practical sense to take care of like all the ducks, right? That we talked about. So it makes it so much easier to look at the bottom line because it's just like the back of the hand, so that's where that is. Okay, all right. What else? I feel like I need to burn some incense real quick. No, I'll use something else. I'll use this one. So I gained a little bit more traction again today. Or yesterday, in the past 24 hours. I did okay. Again, it's just a matter of mellowing out. I didn't push myself to do anything like fun. It was more of like a practical kind of offering. And I'm okay with that. I realize how important it is to target these weak spots of, closing out that cycle of the old relationships. The burden of curses and hexes that were um, um, cloaked in gifts. And so that was my initiative for the day. and clearing up some spaces, just making sense out of my areas that I frequent. And that was good. It is looking better. And I don't know. The bathtub issue from yesterday is not an easy fix. It costs a lot of money for a plumber. I mean, like, I just have to go with it for now. I mean, I'm not completely assed out. It just means that I have to take a bath now instead of a shower. Yeah, because the make of my house does not include the kind of part that I need that's easily accessible. Even floating through Amazon, I can't find the piece to replace it, and I think I can fix it myself, but now I need to figure out where to get the fucking part. But that's probably one of the least burdening things. I don't even want to call them burdening. I mean, our spirit says I can handle just about anything or everything that is put on my path. Yeah, so all right, let's get excited here again. All right, here. Okay, let's go with this. Okay. So, as you wish, Empress. What do you want me to say? Ace of Wands. Alright, so magic is coming into play from the divine. It's not me doing the bibbity bobbity boo this time. If so, it's going to be a direct channeling of magic. But this is showing me that things are going to be lit. That, like, wishes are going to be granted. You can like, that candle is lit, Tina, so you can make a wish. That candle, that candle, that candle, that candle, you know, and so on. So what's pictured here are a total of 6 candles, and that's showing me that it's highly victorious. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, and then there's a 7th candle off to the side. You don't know if it's lit or not, but the presumption is after this, maybe this one's already lit, and this one's the one that's giving me the advantage. Other than just being victorious in the present, it's like, what is the longevity? What is my reputation like moving forward? What is my life going to look like moving forward? And so this is wonderful. Gifts unlocked by to the inner wild as you wish, Empress. Okay, so so for this particular card, I can speak only for myself on that note. Yeah. Okay. What else would you like me to say? Oh, in fact, they told me to get a card from this deck. Okay. We're going to put these also in here. No, I leave 4 cards out from this deck because they're already in use. Okay. So just pick one from here to overlay onto the Ace of Wands. Okay. This one. Oh, it's a 6 of Cups. That's excellent. So it's kind of like, shh, master number 66 in the ethers, or in higher dimensions, basically. This is not just in the ethers. This is like high vibrations. So this is above 4D level. Oh my god, do you see this? Oh my god, it's so freaking cool. Okay, I just noticed this. I'm like, who would have thunk that it was gonna overlay? Okay, so there's the Six of Cups, and then when you lay it over here, is this centered? Yeah. Look, holy smokes, it's coming from other dimensions. The magic, the magic touch. So, that's crazy. That is crazy. Just like what it said, like it's if it does come through me, it's gonna be direct channeling. Like, what is it like? If somebody is doing poorly and they have the tendency to do that even further with you, it's like may lightning strike me if I'm lying or something like that, if you're lying or whatever. This is the other way in saying may you like know the hand of God, through whatever it is that I'm channeling, something like that. I didn't want to be too specific there because I know people are just like, money, that shit. But you know, we'll just see about that. But this is true. Like, how else can you interpret that? Truth be told, how else, if this is like, if that BS is coming through other psychics, tell me otherwise. Tell me what else that looks like to you, right? Yeah. So Spirit says, like, don't worry about what people are gonna say, what they're gonna think. So like, okay. So they say, yeah, it's true. They're gonna like people who are not happy with themselves or their lives, or can find happiness for other people legitimately. They're gonna find another reason to be upset. Like, oh, she needs to get off her high horse. Right? So just move on. Just move on. Move forward. Okay. So clarifying card for that one is Two of Earth. That's being opened up to this. Both? Yeah, both. Because this one would be the top card then. Yeah, as is. Yeah, okay. Five of Swords in reverse and the Sun card in reverse. So yeah, this is a different version of lightning strikes, but it's like totally lit. Okay. Five of Swords in reversal is, well, this is like having the advantage for sure. It's fated. It's destined. For this, I feel like if it's an upright, this is destined because it's showing that your inclusion of your like free will, right? Your choice. You involved yourself, even if you were volunteered into some kind of warring, some type of feud. Okay, so this would be more of like the destined card, the one up type of energy. This is your destiny, Tina. Here in reversal, hands down, it's like I forfeit. Even if I forfeit, it is fated. It is going to happen. It is undoubtedly going to happen. And so this is like totally lit. This is like the spotlight, whether or not I opted in, whether or not I'm feeling like happy, sad, or whatever, the spotlight is on. Okay, I've earned that that role on this major stage. And so this is what I'm saying. It's fated. This is happening, whether anybody likes it or not. Like, things are in balance. That's what balance is. I have gone without for quite a while, and also my kids. So that's that. So as you wish. There's no specifics provided here other than the fact that it's matter of fact. Okay, I'll get overlays. Yeah, for the fun of it. Okay, so one for the Sun card. Okay. This, okay. Okay. This is, oh, she is. It's the Phoenix card. It is Karma, again, in reversal. Karma in reversal. Yeah, totally lit. I mean, that's where we started from anyway. Oh, can you believe that? Like, you see, it's totally lit right there. And the breath, like, the absolute wingspan over the field. That's crazy. Things are totally lit, like, as you wish. Like, everybody's gonna see it. Need I say more? Like, I don't need to provide evidence. I don't need to provide receipts anymore. It is, like, it will be stark true. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. Okay. And the second clarifier to the 5 of air in reversal. This way. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh my gosh. So this is kind of like remember to when you forego other things, like I think that's opportunity cost again, like chiming through. When you forego whatever it is, like that's extra in when it comes to feuding or arguments or debates, uh you're truly just giving back to yourself. You're showing yourself some love. Okay. You know that every time you enter into those kind of atmospheres, um it's not really about love. So then what the f is it all about then? You know, so you opt out. You're like, oh gosh, no, not today, not today, not tomorrow. You retreat into the bushes. And so this is right here. It's overlapping with a thumb. And so it's under my thumbs a girl who something I forgot. Sorry, Rolling Stone. So, but yeah, and it's on this mount. I forget what that is. There's a palm reader that I follow. He's very good educational wise, but I haven't like sat down with the studies. So I'm gonna go ahead and find out real quick, just thumbing through this. Okay. So the thumb. Okay, so that part is love. Okay. Ugh. You see? Love, logic, and will. Okay? So love, logic, will. And then right here, I just want to see. There's more to it. I'm just going to look. So it's covering love right here and logic right here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So it makes sense, you know, with what we're just talking about. And then I need to find out. All right. Anything more that I can figure from here? That is the amount of Venus. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And but that's the inner child of Venus, basically. Like it's a no-brainer. So this is very like, this isn't just covering different walks of life. This is also covering different age ranges. Like it holds true even if you're like 11 and under, you know. You know, there's actually some kind of wording to that makes total sense, because in modern sense, that series Stranger Things, 11, the girl, and so when I said 11 and under, the channeled message was also to cover that. And the, what is it, the underworld, they don't call it that, the, I forget what they call it, but you know what I'm talking about. It makes absolute sense. So it does indeed cover different walks of life too. Okay, I think that's it for now on this. All right. So, where do I put you? Right over here. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got those. All right. Move in here. Okay. Moving the reading along. What else do you want me to convey? My expanded divine panel of the infinite. You know what intrigues me now, currently, anyway, more so than usual, are my extraterrestrial divine fam. I want to see what they want to convey to me. I mean, what do you want to say? This is your forum right now, so so when I look at the horizon, I want to look beyond like the 3D level. You know, I just feel like, at least in my locality, humans are the biggest perpetrators of the inhumane. So I just want to look further out, you know. I want to indulge in the prospects and the magic of my extraterrestrial divine fam. You know, venture into the unknown, or you know, the currently unknown, and go from there. So here, this opened up to 8 of water. So yeah, I want to leave. I want to leave this like the bullshit behind, and you know, I'm just starting to lose hope for humankind, human decency. You know. So let's calm down for a second. 10 of air in reverse. Look, I'm skyrocketing. This is the Phoenix energy yet again, but this is with card dealing. Wheeling and dealing. That's what it's doing. Okay. Oh, look, she has a side part. Oh my god, it's coming true. It's coming true. To a theater near you. All right. Or live. Okay, let's get situated. All right, so this is the Ace of the Grails, basically. Ace of Water in reversal. Again, this is it from my extraterrestrial divine fam, okay? Maiden of Air, so that's the Page of Swords. And the Ace of Spades in reversal, or Ace of Air in reversal. What does it mean? All right. This is interesting. There are other learners out there, believe it or not. But they're saying you best believe that there are other life forms out there. You know, showing that there's other sustainable places that are relative to us, that are cousins of Earth, basically, that have sustainability in water, sustainability in air, okay? And amongst that, this is like the bread and butter of the, or like this is the bread and this is the butter. This is the other butter from another mother. Why? Why is it like this? Okay. Other learners out there, okay? That are tuned in to my channel, to my frequencies. But yeah, they highly applaud me. These are, oh my gosh, these are Phoenix energies too. These are baby Phoenix. You see, look. Like the baby witches out there are high vibrational. Like I'm in my mid-40s and I'm just getting to this, right? The recognition of this. These are younglings from another realm that you know, are tuned into baby phoenixes. How crazy is that? So crazy. I love it. So these energies are tapped into me. There's communication not just through like third eye level on the Ace of Cups energy, because it's like wine right there. So that violet is kind of just like just in touch there. And then yeah, through like also speak through channeling. Like there's a high likelihood that I can straight up channel, you know, like tune in and speak. Yeah, I could try that. I don't know what to expect out of it. I don't know. So that is a gift unlocked is what they're saying. And through touching base on dreamscapes. Through dreamscapes. Interesting. Okay. And all of that is going to fuel like more bomb ass reads. It's going to enhance whatever I'm doing. Like could it get any better? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yeah, this is reaching through other dimensions. Because look, I'm holding the card. She's holding the card. That card is her holding a card. Did you see? Very closely. It's tapping into other dimensions for sure. Like Phoenix level. So this is compounded Phoenix. Like, okay. So the energy, Phoenix. This, Phoenix. That, Phoenix. And it keeps going further. So it's like it could go on and on and on and on and on. That's crazy. That's so interesting. I like it. Okay. I want to get one overlay for this. Yeah. Do we get one for the others? I can get one for each, but I think the next one will be the Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm just like, just go with it. Here, I don't really need to build any restrictions. So it's inverted. Oh look, holy crud. It's the Ace of Swords. Inverted. Ace of Swords inverted. But it's going to be like that because all the cards are kind of concave like that. So it's going to be like that. No, it's in reversal inverted. Yeah, okay. So that's the 11th sword here. Whether it's this way or that way. Oh. That makes sense. Okay. So this is like the possibilities are limitless with this. I've unlocked a limitless gift for myself. So you see, it's like bingo, trying to pin down. Like you see, it's centered like that. It's on the actual cards, like dimension after dimension after dimension after dimension. So it's virtually limitless, energetically limitless. That is straight on, like it is. I'm centering it as much as I can. That is exact. You know, that's like tally mark 1, 2, 3, 4 complete. Like it's that is crazy. That's crazy. So I could actually be doing this for the rest of my entire life. I mean, this is depicting like centennial work. If we're talking about like 555 in that, you know, like, how do I say it? If we're talking about 5, in this energy, what they gave me was 50 years. like 5, the strikes on the 10. Yeah, they gave me like 50 years on this. That's just like kind of a ballpark type of energy. So, you know how, because like all of the cards are concave like that when they overlay. If it were like this, it's more saying like, you can't pin down, what I'm saying. It's like almost like the things that will come into fruition are things that you cannot cite because it's completely original. This is all coming from like, as far as a channeler to here, it's all original, like automatically copyrighted, you know, etc., etc. But here, just like that, I can pierce many, many dimensions. That's so cool. All right, I'm enticed. I'm enticed. Let's get to the next one. Ace of Cups in reversal. Okay, that way. I'm kind of like irritated when it comes in, you know, like perpendicular rather than in the same form. But okay, it's this way. Oh look, it's 21. It's the world card. Finished. You're done for. Oh, this is like a swirling type of thing. So it's like, it's not only shaking some cups, but it's definitely stirring. You see? Stirred. I can say that definitely because as much as I want to center it, the circle, it's not centered. So this is like, you know, drawings or comic strips, how they depict something action oriented. They have something kind of slightly off center, like the lines depict that. So it's both shaken and stirred energy. And I thought this was the Destiny card, but 21 is the World card. So the World card. Yeah, it's again signifying that there are other worlds out there, that looking at our life forms and just staying within this scope is not the end all be all. There are other energies in which that I can access. There may be others out there in a certain collective of mine that can do that, but it's not recommended for everyone. Hold on, let me see here. That's true. Let me see, hold on. That's true. Yeah, it's only within a specialized portion of one of my collectives. Not everyone, not all my collective. Yeah. Okay. Do I get I want to get like kind of a signifier for my my extraterrestrial divine fam. Like, who's watching me out there? Who's watching my back? 3 of Swords. What the heck? It is 3 of Swords. Look at that. What? Oh, these are energies that kick ass and take names. Heartbreakers. Yeah, they're bad as energies. Interesting. Yeah, but somehow they keep their hands clean. I don't know how it's done. like that. I mean, that's how I'm doing it, but this is direct. They're more well versed in how they do things. I mean, things are done differently out there. So, but there's a certain power that they've accessed. Like for me, I have others that will assist with handling business when it gets really, really messy. For them, it's almost like Jedi energy, you know? It's there are no real middlemen in the arena. There's something, I don't know, it's kind of strange. It's almost like immediate karma without the volatility of like a pinball machine. It's a straight ricochet. You just like, yes, that's crazy. It's a crazy world out there. All right, so then one for the like dreamscape, ace of air in reversal. You know what I heard in my head? Hot to Go by Chapel Rowan. Oh gosh, I don't know how to say her name. But the Sullivan King like remix version. It's like it's, yeah, for that particular card. Okay. This is Nine of Swords in reversal, extroverted. Oh, okay. So this is not losing any sleep. So these are not nightmares for me. This is wonderful. Like, because this is strange because this is the dreamscape card. If this is like, if this were the Nine of Swords, this would be I mean, you could read it both ways, but this would be like the upright version of the Nine of Swords, meaning like right, no, upright or like stress, no stress, stress, no stress. So this would be like stress and then no stress. Nightmares or can't go to sleep, and then this is like well rested. So this is affecting the dreamscape, but this is like don't worry about it. Like seriously, this is, yeah, this is double don't stress about it. So whatever is coming through the dreamscape, even if there are still intruders, these energies that are super kick-ass or have relations, you know, like allies with people who can touch on the dreamscape, like they know people, you know. So they have connections. They will be handled. Any like anyone who wants to possibly challenge that, they will find themselves ultimately challenged for the rest of their life. Um there's no joke about that. When you trespass against these energies, they take it personal. When you do that in my dreamscapes, that's like a double whammy. So they just want you to know that. They just want me to know that so I can really like enjoy my rest. Because apparently in my waking hour, it's like there needs to be something rectified in that area. Corrected. So this is like the recalling that energy of silent justice, silent accolades. That's what they're showing here. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Internal, external, internal. Okay, it's external. yes, people are still trying to play games because it's not stark obvious. For the dominant part of when I was doing the interior questioning, whether it's internal or external, or just energy in the ethers, it was external. But like I tried to switch up the wording, and it was, you know, it was trying to get into loopholes, but it's definitely external. So yeah, for sure. So why are we even talking about that here? More on this. Okay, more through this. Okay, more through this, they said. 1:43 a.m. Okay. Let me just make sure nothing flipped here. Okay. One fell down though. Okay. The Fool card in reversal. Summerlands. It's in reversal. These are like third-party energies here. You see? This is gold digger energy, but overall this is just energies what we're talking about. So these are energies that usually partake in third-party activities. They indulge in what do you call it? They third-party energies are there to mediate, to facilitate, period, you know. But when you meddle in blasphemous ways, um, um, it holds things up. There's a holding pattern. There's extra waste here, not just time as a resource, energy, but also funds in its monetary sense. So these are energies that kind of distract themselves because they don't really believe in the holding pattern, so they create excuses in avoiding certain issues by including other people into the mix. It's just a way of subconsciously keeping themselves in a holding pattern that temporarily satiates their deficiencies. Yeah. So rather than the deficiencies being temporary, they elongate the burden of having them. And so these are meddlers that are peddlers energetically. What am I supposed to say about these energies? Okay, now moving to here. All right, we're gonna get overlays for them because I feel like this is not just for me, but this is also for many of my divine collectives. For the Queen of Pentacles in reversal. Okay. This is a Page of Wands. Extroverted. Okay. So she is the true shiz starter. You see? It's like she doesn't know how to balance out her masculine side. So she has either daddy issues or male issues, whatever it is. There's something about like using like her understanding of masculinized power in a form of weaponry. So she sexualizes, like she finds that her sexual prowess or power is through like, you know, what, you know, through sex basically. You see the page of wands here, like coming through like a boner underneath her dress, that kind of energy. So she's the main shiz starter. Okay. Okay. So she uses that as a tool in elevating herself through her main initiatives of gold digging. That's just a means to, you know, to her interests. All right, so here, why are we talking about this? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. Summerlin's card. Okay, extroverted is the devil card. You see? That's the devil card. Extroverted. Yeah. Talk about the big zero. So it's locked into a holding pattern, you see? Third party, grab that in. Like, get over here kind of energy. That's crazy. What the heck is going on? That's insane. I did not suspect. I'm like, what's going to come? Like, I thought I was truly going to struggle with the interpretation, but it is so obvious. And it's crazy because it's like they profile these energies, like whether female or whatever, these energies frequent this pattern so well that they are able to profile certain energies to like lock them in. Like they know the code, but these energies that they kind of single out are also very they have certain patterns that indulge in those practices that also lock them in. Like, do you see? Okay, so I am trying to center this. Okay, so that's centered. Okay, but do you see how aligned that is? It is so, like, almost so exact. I thought it was like right there, but like I'm checking myself, and it is slightly off. It's so close. It's linear. It's parallel patterning. Do you see? So that's insane. Like how close they are to. She just needs to push them off the edge a little bit. You know what I mean? Just completely, like, just misalign them a little bit more, and they're locked in to this pattern. That's crazy. That's crazy. So what the heck? All right, so these are energies that are easy, like, even though we misacknowledged, you know, there's it's more powerful to love spirit in their many facets and forms, that there's sacredness in all of us, that we all have our own struggles, etc. This does not permit anyone to like walk all over us or have any carry any space in our hearts or our environment. Okay, we don't need to tolerate these energies. And so, in the final sign off, like as you wish, Empress, those are energies that I can easily say goodbye to. Like not just for myself, but for all of my collectives. Like no thanks. That just will not do. All right. So, okay. Anything else? Okay. Anything else on this? No. Okay. Anything more from my extraterrestrial divine fam? Not for now. All right. Okay. Thank you. Echo out there. um. All right. Anything more that So just any more messages for now. Okay. Here. Gifts Unlocked by Two of the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 3. As you wish, Empress. Okay. Mother of Water in reverse opened up to the transformation card. So this is, oh, let me see here. This is, the internal card. Like, things are changing quickly. I can feel it. I am motioned to feel these things out. You see? Motion these to feel these things out. So there's a moment, almost like a pause, a realization that I'm not just feeling the water, feeling the weather, like the precipitation as it is, but understanding like when things are changing, like feeling out the changes. So when it rains it pours. Yes, there's already prosperity recognized here, but linking up with a previous reading, the rain turns into hail. So in colder atmospheres, when there's more of a projection of hate rather than support, when I'm finally doing better, when I'm finally doing well, that turns into gold, basically, into hail. So when it rains, it pours. When it hails, there's an energy projected of like sparks in the air, lightning, the energy where like the friction of the hail hitting certain surfaces, the sparks, you know, that the minor arcana demonstration of lightning, basically. That's what kind of blessings I get to receive. It's alchemy in the environment. Environmental alchemy is what's happening, and I just get to sense it. Like I get to sense out the prefix and still receive the goods. That's crazy good. So, I can do this. I'll speak for myself. There are certain select parts of my collective that can do this, but that's not something that you can just like experiment and try. This is something that, well, how do I say it? Not like that. Okay. This is not an energy that you can just claim and assume that there's ordinary loopholes, if loopholes at any, you know, value here. It just is. You either are able to do this or you aren't. And I'm not going to say that you're a lesser being if you cannot do this. I'm just saying, don't knock yourself down further. Don't crank down your power trying to take someone else's because like there's a lot of competition here, and so I would just say like don't lower yourself. I'm not talking to everybody here, but some people know that I'm talking to them. Don't lower how is it, you know, the how far you've gotten by doing dumb shit is what I gotta say. Okay, like the greed will like eat at you. But that's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna get one overlay for which one? Transformation. Mother of Water. Okay. This strength in reversal, extroverted. Okay. So here, I was going to say something about this. This is the part where I practice. I practice these gifts in sensing things out. I mean, forecasting is one thing, but sensing out, like, okay, when I channel, my eyes flip. My eyes do that thing in feeling out energy. And I don't think I can be, like, there's a certain level of protection, or if people try to frick with me, I don't think that, maybe it has happened a few times before, but I sense when there's energy disruption, you know what I mean? Like, so, here it's, showing me that I can practice in other ways of channeling and sensing out energy without it being so obvious. I can be more discreet at that. And so this is the practice of sensing things out that are like this way. How do I say it? In a way that's highly advantageous, as well as discreet. So it's double advantageous. All right. Yeah, there's like some angelic backing to this. You see how the hand extends out, and the hand extends out over here. You know, see the chin of the cougar lion thing, not lion, but it's reaching down to, you know, it's kind of like redirecting lightning, like Prince Zuko in Fire Lord dude from the last Avatar, or the last Airbender. Holy smokes! Yeah, so it's redirecting that energetic touch. So there's mentorship here, which is wonderful. Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool. I think, can I say it? Okay, for historic purposes. This is saying that I can I have also the ability of changing weather patterns. I mean, I can already do that on a smaller scale, but they're saying, do you have the, like, mm, there's so much more power, like in its immediacy, in its larger form, that I can work on doing this, and become way better, way better at doing it. I only do it like if I want a sunny day. um, um, I only do it when I want the clouds to move a bit, and change up. I only do it just when I want to feel a bit of sun, or if there's too much, you know, bring the clouds in. But, or if I'm really angry or really down, that just kind of automatically happens. But this can be done with a lot more power. And people think like, oh, that's great. What if you could do that? What would that do? That does a lot. that can change a lot. That can change a lot of people's days subconsciously. That can change growth patterns. That can do a lot of things. So that's interesting. So I wonder how I'm supposed to do that. I just practice. I think it's just practice, you know. Okay. I feel like that's good enough. Like, that's a lot already. So I'm just going to do the takeaways now, yeah? Okay, so takeaways, I'm going to split up my divine collectives to 2 bases. Even though there's a lot of range within there, you'll know what speaks to you more. All right, so for my divine collectives that are just um uh mm, okay, I'll do it in its blunt form, okay? Um so that each party can learn from each other too, because I think there's a common thread, okay? So for my divine collective that are more on the misaligned end, okay, I'm like, just they're working on some things, and it's just like it's been a bit of a struggle, and they know it, and there have been a couple of slip ups or just one, and it's kind of like that. So is that good? Yes, it's good. Okay, so first one this way. 4 of Cups, extroverted. Yep. So this is definitely the multiple choice question arena. Mm, this is let me get a little bit more on here. But this is like resting on your laurels energy. This is sitting almost like ignorance is bliss. So it's like I'm jaded, like I've indulged in the 3 cups, even though they're not as um great quality options, and so it's not seeing like anything really better, like what they're truly offering you, because you're sleeping on indulging, like sleeping from indulging in these 3 cups. So there's like I mean, it's not horrible, it's just a different perspective that I'm normally seeing here. It's coming like all right, can't beat them, join them, process of elimination time. Let's go ahead and see like what works, what doesn't work, and then you realize it doesn't work when you're like, at least I tried, but then it's knocking you out rather than the options, you see. So there's something about that there, like days go by and still I think of you, that kind of energy. I don't know why that came through, but do we use this or this? Okay. Clarified by 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, like I said, it's not that bad, because it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. Like I don't want any enemies here. I'm just tired of fighting. So you just join on it. But it's like you're better than that kind of energy. Okay. Your second takeaway is um 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's great. That's a lot of firepower. That's Phoenix energy. So like, okay, if you are lesser on the line portion, it doesn't mean that you can't access the Phoenix. That's the important lesson over here. Like, we can't underestimate your firepower, because like once you get up from that, like those slumbers, you're like, what the fuck? I thought I was just taking a power nap, and then you just start up. Okay, so what's the clarifier to this firepower energy of yours? It's kind of like a saving grace. 9 of Pentacles in reversal. That's a codependent card energy. But this is like, oh shit, okay. It could also mean like paying attention to your own garden. Like, I have this to tend to. So you just like you have like focus on that. So I guess the codependent energy here is the contrast between the two worlds in which you live. That can be very well demonstrated within one day. um, so it's kind of like almost like a loop. Um, and so I think what's recommended here is changing pattern slightly, even Xing out one of these indulgences or even two of those to move you slightly out of that pattern, that holding pattern, to like make you jump out of that loop. So you're investing more and more pentacles into rectifying the nine of pentacles here, like your garden and its flow and its abundance. um so it's regaining a sense of independence. Like I not saying that you're not independent, but it's saying that there are less crutches in your realm. Like this is so with each like motion where you're jumping out of that loop, it's kind of like that devil card with the, you know, like you're just slightly there, and so you need to push yourself away further from that alignment. So with each pentacle, okay, it's now 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, you don't have to put that much work in. Now you put another pentacle in to like indicate, okay, at least I put 2 in. I'm achieving balance. I dropped 2 of those cups, and now like I've transmuted them into 2 pentacles here. So now 9 minus 2 is 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Now I'm starting to see things like come into fruition. I can see things cash in, you know, like I'm like, this is good. This, like, I can see a huge difference. So that is your word of advice. Okay. All right. So, so my divine collective that are doing like on exceedingly well and very aligned, my valedictorians. You know, the funny thing is, well, ironic thing I would say is that um, things are not always the way you left it as in high school. Some it's for like a 50-50, okay? So some are just like how they were in high school. I don't care if you went to private school, public school, or homeschools or whatever. Some, it's still like a 50-50. There's a stark difference between who grew up and who didn't. And but like still there's expected change. You would think that there would be changes since you left high school, but just because you were like the most popular cheerleader or quarterback or whatever, or even the valedictorian, doesn't say who you're going to be, you know, when you're adult sized. So I won't call these valedictorians, okay? I will call these like on the more aligned end. Who consistently speak of the Phoenix energy without having to go through the ultimatum of the dark night of the soul, you know? Like it doesn't have to, this is like the firepower, the willpower of that energy, okay? Demonstrated, yeah, okay. All right, so is that good? That's good, okay. I didn't have to accentuate it that much, but you get the energy. Okay, first takeaway. Okay, the Tower card. Making firm decisions. What the heck? Hold on. What the heck is that all about? This is kind of like first responder type of energy. It's very heated situations, but you have to make a clear like decision. Okay. Mother of Air. Absolutely. These are energies that hit the books, you know, that go through the microfiche if needed. These are energies that are very involved and engaged in finding not just the answers, but also the light, you see? Yeah. When the moment strikes, like that's when they really have to pull through. That's your energy. Okay. Okay, your second takeaway is, so this is not just being gifted, but there's purpose to that. You're putting it to use. Um So this is not just meeting the standard of, let's say, the valedictorian or acing like certain popular roles in society. But this is using that power with purpose. Yeah, using that power for with purpose rather than for its perks. Okay, your second takeaway, Three of Cups. Very well celebrated, like high and low, very well celebrated. You have your own like coven type of energy, your own grouping. This is definitely, yeah, highly celebratory. So these are not small wins here. Your involvement doesn't like you don't get it's like this is bigger fish here energy. You know, like how they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is the absolute opposite of that. These are big wins, where people around you celebrate each other. Okay, so things are truly in balance. You're amongst other phoenixes. Second takeaway is Mother of Earth. Businesswomen, mothers, one that can tend to her own crops. This is someone that understands the meaning of like hard labor, but also like not as a default, but also as both a dependency and there's something else that they were going to say about this. What? Like that's a rarity. That's in high demand. But they're saying basically as what were they gonna say about this farm? I forgot what they were gonna say. Well, they'll remind me if it's that important. Like not just as a default, but also part of your domain. So there's a high sense of responsibility there. But like you opted into it as well. Like you understand the importance of that. Okay. Interesting. So those of your investments, your engagement. Yeah, more so your engagement. Okay. This is wonderful. So like looking at that, the range between tending to one's own garden and rectifying that to the elevation of wheat fields, crops, open land, acres and acres of that, being in singular mode on one end, and also being singular in its like state of like independence, like I am enough to make this decision. I am enough to follow through on this. I am amongst various supporters, that kind of energy. So there's relatability from one end of the spectrum to another. It's just showing the the heightened levels of strength, diligence, practice, really. But the will is depicted there from seedling to blossom. So that's wonderful for my collectives. All right, so for my upcoming or my partner in peace and quiet. I can now call him my partner in peace and quiet. Do I refer to he, she, them? He, she, them. He. We're not even going to isolate it. Okay, so that's fine. All right. My partner in singular? Several. Singular. It's pluralized. Okay, so we'll just say it. My partners in peace and quiet. 2 or 1? We're going to isolate it to 1 until we can get better identifiers. Yeah? That's good. Okay. So, your takeaway for my partners in peace and quiet. Yeah, definitely champs. Not chimps, champs. Okay. Clarified by Mother of Fire in reversal. I have energies on both sides. These are practitioners. These are witches. I mean, I'm going to get more clarifiers on this one. But I have different kinds of practitioners that are for me here. I would say gifted and practice, but also there's some dormant gifts within them as well. All right, so I'm going to get clarifiers with transparency cards on both. So what goes on the overlay of the Ace of Chalices? Okay, this is, oh, the Empress card, extroverted. Holy smokes. So divine feminine energy, like on lock. Very, like, very creative. Super duper creative. Super duper 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 creative. Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. That's great. Okay. All right. What's the overlay for the Mother of Fire in reversal in this context? Oh my gosh, it's a star card in reversal. What the heck? I really feel like these are celebrities. Ew, just kidding. It's like, hold on, let me see here. Yeah. Like celebrities, like star seeds. No, that's what they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very tapped in. Um, um, like this reminds me of like the purple ribbon or like Nobel Peace Prize type of energy. Do you know what I'm talking about? That ribbon that has those like facets in it. That's what I'm. So definitely credible energies. For good reason, but like widely recognized for what they deliver, like what they bring into existence. Um, Definitely. Yeah, it's who they are. Like that star rests upon their solar plexus chakra. They are very, very well known. Excellent. Thanks very much. Okay, all right, so my 3 takeaways. Okay. First one. The Sun card in reversal. So this is being seen by the many, by a lot of energies. Like there's gatherings that I don't even know about, that they know me. I know you. I know you. Instead of saying like, um, mm, I, I own you, or I said, what? I know you is what they're saying. That's weird. Okay. Clarified by elemental of earth. Yeah. This is these I'm seeing in like material sense, like whatever I have materialized and what I could possibly materialize is seen. My abilities are seen is what they're saying. Hmm. And it's very visceral in its presentation. Let me get one to overlay on that. It's the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not sure what to make of it. All right, so this is a boss from another realm gifting me with gems, basically. So like this is from the beyond. This is from like I said, those extraterrestrial type of contacts, other dimensions. They're investing through other gems, you know. It's like light casted down from on both me and the gems, but the one it's like, what do you call it? There we go. It's the gems here, right beside me. Interesting. So there's contact. Um, Maybe I should invest in meditating with the gemstones more often. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. My second takeaway is the World card. Done. This is ending a cycle. But this is... What? I think this is a materialization of the prior card. It's like embodying, like soaking up the sun, basically. What is that Sheryl Crow song? I want to soak up the sun. I forget what else she says. Because it's been a while. But, to do that in the nightly urban atmosphere is kind of insane. It does kind of feel like the Tower card here, in its absolute form of certainty, but it's not the Tower card. I mean, it's showing the Tower card like it's the end. It's the previous chapters are absolutely finalized. They're published. They're out there. Even before the book is done, we're gonna say that those chapters are complete. They're fully edited, approved, and that's like the first I guess volume. On to the next, series basically. Okay. Let me get a clarifier for that. Book of Shadows in reversal. Yeah. It's like, it's not really done. Like, this is not customary to how we usually do things, but we'll break up the story because it's like, because there have been so many delays, it has automatically defaulted into an extension over to another book. Like, so that's crazy. Talk about books and shiz, like, stories. That's crazy. That's weird. Okay, I just wanted to get a overlay on that because that's insane. Eight of Swords. This is like a huge bookmarker, It's like, hold it right there. Okay, so this is kind of like a teaser for the next chapter, almost. Let me see what it looks like overlaid on this. Yeah, it is like a teaser. Like, hold up, there's actually more. Yeah, there's... What? This is strange. So this is great because this is not where the story ends. So even though things are looking like better, this is not the end all be all of better. There's more to come that is better than this even still. So that's beautiful. All right, my third takeaway is... The Hierophant. Oh my god, that is crazy. That is crazy. I told you. I told you. That is insane. This is a shopkeeper. Okay. Oh, you're looking for that book? Oh my god, I read it too. But that's crazy. Like, how do I know it's you? Look, that's the original like manuscript, dude. I don't know, man. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. That is weird. Okay. All right. My third takeaway clarifier is... death. Well, that's crazy. So there's something like, again, like the Tower card, it's very final. There's only like a couple things that are certain in life, and one of them is death. So there is a, like, certainly, an ongoing thing here. What is it? Keep it on level something. What song is that? On the level. It's like DJ type of music too, but it's kind of like, is it, I don't know if it's proletaire or if it's like the Geek X VRV. I don't know. What is it? I can do this all day. I can do this all night. Something in my whole entire life on a level. Something. Gosh, what song is that? Anyway, that's, that's crazy. This is, Yule energy. This is, a partnership that's highly, profitable. Like, this is, like, we gathered these sticks together. This is not just like the 10 of Wands energy here. This is, like the gathering of like firewood. You see the climate. You see the, Empress's, rabbit right there. This is, very interesting. I don't even know what, okay, so I'm going to overlay one other with that. Strange. Oh, 2. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay. Both are extroverted. This one first. Oh, okay. 7 of Cups in reversal. Okay. I was holding it. Was it really that? Okay. Anyway. 7 of Cups in reversal. This is chosen. Unmistakable. And then the 4 of Cups in reversal extroverted. So that's the right choice. The right choice again. Doubled up on the right choice. The right choice made and the right choice of being, you know, the person. 'Tis I. Yeah. So 7 and the 4, that's 11. That's ace in its ways. The true ace has arrived. What the heck? Oh, look. Okay. What's that song? Kiss my motherfucking. And then, what is that song? I don't know. It's, there's a lot of bass after it. What's that song? I don't remember. I only know like little clips of things, but like I'm only saying that because look, you're sitting. You see, there's someone like laid back over there, but then this one is sitting like. You see what I mean? Like, what song is that? What song is that? I don't remember. There's a lot of cussing in it at first, but it's just like random almost, and then they say that, and then there's a lot of bass. That's what I remember. Okay. Anyway, it's on this dude. I don't know who he depicts there, but it's like the Gandalf of the deck. Also overlaid on this energy right over here. Same thing, covered up by that energy. Interesting. This is about chosen inputs, but this is like highly credible mastery, and it's like very like chill, domestic, almost underdog, underestimated energy to its absolute age to perfection, and like there's no way that you can undermine the you know, the standing of this energy here. Yeah, this fully matured version of that energy. Okay. All right. I forgot to do the tops and bottoms, so I'm just going to do the tops and bottoms. First off here, for everyone that has takeaways, Four of Wands in reverse. It's a paradigm shift. It is also a transplanting of from one field to another, or like one area to a more expansive one. It's a moving of houses, whether that be physical or energetic, like in its membership or associations. I'm getting more some membership and associations rather than residences. That's true. Okay, top of the deck, no sacred to the sauce. Nine of Swords. That's there could be a lot of noise, like a lot of clutter, and it's but there's a huge emphasis here. There's it's unmistakable. Things are changing. Maybe it's too loud for others to hear good news, but that's not my collective, really. Nor do I believe it's any of my collectives. So, bottom of the deck, it's walk it out. Walk it out like you have exited the, or we have exited the, a certain dark night of the soul. And, this is good. It might be out into the snow, but it's, this is like walking out unscathed, it appears, you see? As best as can be. And top of the deck is the circle, the, what do you call this? This is, yeah, so this is like the shift, the paradigm shift, you know, from one, association or grouping to another, one realm to another. And the emphasis is, this is a different version of the Dark Night of the Soul, right? This is the Hangman card in reversal. Like we each have to do that on our own. And so it's easier to do that in its collective format. Okay. And then for me, since I just did my clarifying on these and my partners in Peace and Quiet, I think I did overlays for them. Top of the deck is 8 of Cups in reversal. So that's the comeback energy. Sorry, I'm wearing skirts. Comeback energy. The revival. And then the bottom of the deck is, do we look at it like this? Wait, this is, I don't know, is this the top or the bottom? This is the bottom of the deck. It is 5 of Pentacles in reversal. That is, again, like unscathed. This is a comeback, like, yeah, unscathed. Let me take a look at that. Sorry, I know that you saw my socks, and they're from yesterday, which is fine because I take off my socks every now and then. Do I need to explain myself down to my socks? Goodness gracious. All right. So, this one's the bottom of the deck. Yeah, coming out unscathed. And the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. 4 of Wands in reversal. You see, this is kind of like the bottom of the ladder. So when we shift different locations, it's almost like, okay, you start from the bottom area, or like, how do I say it? Clean slate, new learnings, and there's nothing wrong with that, basically, okay? And then the top of the deck is this one. overlaid here, the comeback energy on the roundup, the Hierophant, or not Hierophant card, the it does kind of feel like that though. This is the Hanged Man card in reversal. Right, left. Oh, this is coming back from like the left-hand path almost. Like, I've seen things. That's funny. I have lived to tell the tale. And then over here, the comeback energy here is listed. Hold on, give me a second. I had to kill something. Hold on. It was like one of these like little fluttering things here. It was a little mosquito, I believe. Just been like moving all around. It's spy energy. Anyway, here we go. What is this here? Comeback energy. Okay, so there's two messages here. Okay, they're quite funny. But this is like, oh, you'll come back. You're looking like if this is us, this energy, because it's transient. Like if this is us, like there's a huge stress on there's a huge emphasis on this energy in reversal, right? This is you looking good. You see, like your comeback is like your body is bodying. You see, I told you. Where do I do with you? Oh, shit. All right. Anyway, your body is bodying. Okay. And then the other message here is like if this is external to like people who like can't stand to hear good news in our realm pertaining to us, then it's like, sit your ass down. That's what it's saying. Yeah, it's like, y'all come back now, except you. That's what that energy is. See? All right. That's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Yay! All right, upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout in light and love that close the portals in these readings now. And also, thank you for letting me read for you, trusting me with your energy, with your guides. And thank you to your guides as well. Of love and light, I appreciate the bonding session. All right, that's it for now. Bye for now.